What is up, everybody? Chewy Internet coming at you today. We got another reveal, and it's Crimson Dynamo. I'm just gonna give us a couple of minutes and let people join the stream and all that stuff, and we will get into this character. I did not, I couldn't believe that Atomic Mass Games gave us another reveal, and we talked about there was a reveal last week of the Winter Guard, and that's coming out in August of this year. I know there was a reveal, from someone. Someone had it. Someone had a listing for Crimson for the Winter Guard, and it was like an X-Men, like one of those rival panels or whatever. I think there's gonna be another like Weapon X or Wolverine rival panel, and the Winter Guard were in there. So someone had that leaked in one of the Discord channels or whatever, and talked about that was one of the upcoming releases. And since then, it was kind of quiet. And then up until last week, they finally dropped the news that we're getting the Winter Guard. So that's really, really cool. I'm really hyped. I'm interested. I'm ready to get into this. Like, I'm gonna talk about this character in a second, because this character has a lot going on. And I know this has been a lot, the talk of, a lot of people today, Discords or whatever. I like this character a lot. I'm a huge fan of this character. So just give me 1 second. I'll get started. We'll talk about this character, and if you have any questions in the chat or any recommendations or whatever, we're gonna get into that in 1 second. Oh my God, I can't spell today. I'm just trying to get this out there to the, why can't I? Oh, huh. Not a photo, jeez. Okay. That's what I need. There it is. Boom. I'm getting new to the YouTube live streaming thing too, by the way. This is so new to me. I'm so used to using Twitch, but I'm starting to like YouTube a little bit more, to be honest with you, for streaming and all that. So, oh, what's up, Beef Dragon? All right, man. Okay, listen. So I'm glad you've been waiting on me to get this out for Crimson Dynamo, because I was gonna do a video earlier today. I've just been so busy, and I said screw it. Let's do a live stream. I'm gonna do a live stream talking about Crimson Dynamo, and that way I can we can talk about this live, and I can get to interact with you guys and all that stuff. So I'd rather do that. I think I'm gonna start doing that going forward. Every time there's a reveal, probably gonna do a live stream. And we can get into a discussion from there. I'd rather get into a discussion rather than me talking for 14 minutes and going through a character card and thinking about where I think this character will excel or whatever. I'm thinking, why not just do a live stream, talk with the people, right? And just have a good time, man. Just have a good fucking time. That's my thought process going forward, I think. I'm going to have some fun with this. You know what I mean? I think that's a really good idea. What I need to do is a better job of sharing. My problem is, man, like I'm not too versed in the sharing realm. You know what I mean? Like sharing on Twitter, YouTube, all that nonsense. I mean, Facebook, all that. It's so what I got to do is get the link beforehand, and then send it out, then go live, right? But it's just one of those things, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting there. I'm as much as tech savvy as I am. There's things I don't know. There's things I'm not good at. It's this live, this social media thing, this sharing and all this shit. But I'm getting there. We're gonna talk about this in a second. We're gonna get into my thoughts here in a minute about Crimson Dynamo. Because I haven't talked much. If you haven't noticed, I didn't talk much in Discords or anything like that today. I've been a little busy. So we're going to get this out of there. Let's get this out to all the places that matter. Let's get it to all the places that matter so people know. No one's being left out, okay? I got one more place where it matters, and it's here. I would love to not get Facebook notifications, but I constantly do, and I don't understand why. All right, cool. So let me go ahead. I'm going to close out Discord from here, because I hate getting messages from Discord as the thing goes. And then we're going to talk about some stuff. Yeah, this character's nuts, man. So you're here, man. That's cool. Let's talk about it, right? So let's get into Crimson Dynamo. So I've already read up. We're going to go through this character again, okay? he's on a. First of all, let's go over. I like the way this character looks. He's pretty cool. He's like some giant mech. You know what I mean? He's like the heavier set Iron Man or whatever the case may be, and he's on a big base. You know, and he's got some really interesting. I like his design a lot. Really cool. I'm just gonna tell you right away. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of Winter Guard. I've never got into the Winter Guard comics or anything like that. Didn't know anything of them until MCU stuff, so I never read their comics or anything like that. So I know nothing of these characters. I know that Russia had like a Captain America and all this other crazy stuff, right? But I didn't know anything about the Winter Guard period. So I have to do some reading on it and all that stuff when I get a chance. So right off the bat, I mean, I love the way this model looks. Simple colors too. I mean, red and silver, like orange, you know, for the lighting and all that, for the other areas and all that stuff. So he's gonna be relatively easy to paint, which is cool, and I like that. So I like everything that I see here. He's amazing looking. So now we're done with that. Let's get to this character's card. Okay, 6 health, move small, size 3, which is good. 4 threat, which is really good. Defense is 4-3-4, so it's average to above average on physical and mystic, which is awesome. So really no weakness there. He's got really good defenses. So let's get into his electric blast. Beam 4, 5 dice, energy attack, no power cost. After this attack resolve, this character gains 1 power. On a wild, you gain a shock condition. Now, here's the thing. I haven't paid attention to much of Discord or anything like that. There was, I did talk about this character with some people in other areas of Discord, and I think from what I'm gathering, and I could be wrong, I think people are kind of are maybe possibly a little concerned that this is a gainer, and he might maybe have some power issues. That is not true. That is 100% not true. Now, will he be gaining power similar to Vision and similar to Enchantress? No, because he doesn't have a sap. But you got to keep in mind that you're consistently getting 1, and the more characters you have within Beam 4, which is not hard to do, you can just line up you can move, line up an attack, maybe line up 3 models, maybe 4. You're doing an attack per character, and you're going to gain about 4 power per attack. And his power generation should be fine as long as he consistently keeps beaming multiple people, and the fact that and you also need to probably do 2 attacks to really get his power generation going. The beam is amazing, and the fact that it's an energy attack is even better because energy defense is kind of average to below average in this game. Like, people really have weak energy defense, so this is really good. Shock is an underrated and not utilized enough condition. Shock is -1 attack die. For attrition teams, that's a nightmare. Okay, that is a nightmare. If they're all swinging with 1 less dice and they can't do their attacks how they let's say for example you reduce Magneto, not that it matters, but if you reduce Magneto to about 5 attack dice compared to 6, kind of messes with him a bit because he's expecting a certain amount of results, with having that much dice. And granted, Magneto has rerolls and all that stuff. That's the point is that 1 less die can make a difference. Especially if you're rolling 4 physical defense and all that stuff. You can reduce it to 5, it can help you out a little bit. Shock is very underrated and it's not used enough. A character that does this really well is Thor, and I'm a victim of this too. When I played Thor back in the day, or even now, I'm so focused on charging and doing attacks, I rarely use the hammer throw, and the hammer throw is sick. It's an auto shock on somebody, okay? And doing auto shock on somebody, and they're on a character who really needs the dice, you know what I mean? When you reduce it by 1, pretty good. Like, I'm just saying, like, shock is very underrated, and I love this attack. I love the Beam 4. It's similar to Vision's. Obviously, it's not as good because he doesn't have sap, right? But we don't want to have a lot of characters with similar. We don't want to have 3 characters in the game that can do that. We already have 2. Okay, if we had a third, oh my god! I mean, that'd be no, absolutely not. I love it. I love the shock. I think of this character. I'm thinking he's basically trying to, with that attack, it's anti-attrition. That's all I gotta say. That's my opinion on that. Okay, so let's go to Humming Rackets. Range 5, 5 physical dice, 2 power cost, cheap spender. Range 5. We got 2 things. We got 2 good things going there. This attack ignores line of sight. It hits everybody, except for characters that have stealth if you're within a max of 5. And the defending character does not benefit from cover. What else do you need? This is really good. 2 power cost. Why not? It's a range 5 physical attack and catch somebody if they're hiding behind a building. Why not? Explosive. Before damage is dealt, other enemy characters within 2 suffer 1 damage. 6 stuff there. I like it. It's Iron Man's homing rockets basically. They don't benefit from cover. Line of sight doesn't matter. You get explosive on a while. Immediately, the other thing is too, I think this character might do well under Shadowland Daredevil, believe it or not. With the rerolls that you're going to be getting, you're going to try to fish for that shock as much as possible. So, I don't know. I'm really, so far, I'm liking this character a lot already. There's a lot going on here. So, let's go to the affiliation here, the Winter Guard. At the start of this character's activation, it may remove, at the start of an allied character's activation, it may remove 1 special condition. That is sick. Okay, that is sick. If you can find a way to remove conditions without using an action, gold. Beautiful. It's a good thing. Like, you never want to spend an action removing a condition. This alone, if that was the leadership right there, I'm sold. I'm fine with that. Right? If I'm playing against teams that defenders, like granted, not a lot of people play defenders, but they put out Hex, with damage and all that stuff. And you got teams like Midnight Suns who, you got Blade who puts out Bleed or whatever. Really good. I mean, you never have to worry about the condition. Someone puts Stagger on you, it's gone. It's gone. Just like that, it's gone. So let's get to the next part. When an allied character is contesting a secure objective and would be pushed, it may roll a die. On a crit wild block, it is not pushed. This is good, but I'll tell you, this will come up a few times in a game, I think. I think people do overestimate pushing a little bit, in my opinion. If you can stop any kind of control in this game, it's pretty good. So, granted, the reason why I think this is good compared to Supergiant is you don't need to be within range of anybody, and you just roll a die, and whatever. It's basically a 50-50 at that point. So that's the difference between those two, and you don't have to spend any power, and you can stop the control. This is way better than Supergiants already. Just to be honest, I'm just telling you right now. So let's go ahead. Let's look at the comments real quick. Let me see what's going on here. Okay. Beam 4, 5 dice shock on a wild. Awesome. I love it. Yep. So what's going on here? Shock is even better with no healing in the card meta. Yes, absolutely. Shock is really better. Shock is going to be strong without healing. Absolutely, yes. Shock hurts rapid fire characters. Yes, it does. Shock plus damage reduction means he should win B fights. Yeah. -3 damage is huge in new meta. Yeah, absolutely it is. Wonder Guard are going to be a rule on demons. Yeah. Gammas too. By the way, Gamma Wave. Gamma Wave's another one. And the other one that gives 1 stun. Stagger is gone for this team. Exactly. I assume Bucky, Omega Red, and 2-Point Widow are affiliated. That would be interesting. If we get Bucky, Omega Red, and 2-Point Widow affiliated with this team, along with the other stuff, that's a good fucking start. I don't know. The only question mark for me in that team would probably be Omega Red. I love Omega Red. Don't get me wrong. I love Omega Red. I hate that he moves small on a big base, but with no other way to get into the game, it is what it is. That's a really good start right there. I mean, Omega Red out of the 4th it's never bad. It's just one of those things, I feel like Omega Red I feel like he should just move medium. At this point, it's the only change I want for the character. If they can just do that for me, I'd be great. So yeah, that's the affiliation leadership. So let's go to this rest of his superpowers here. Overcharge capacitors. This character gains 2 power. So basically, it's just like Vision. You spend an action, gain 2 power. Really good. Propulsion thrusters. Place this character within 2 of its current position. The super can only be used once per turn. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. This character has a way to get back into the game when he is pushed or thrown, which is awesome. I am a fan of characters that can position themselves back into a game or have the ability to position somebody else so they can get back into the game. He will really need to understand, like, when you displace a character and you mess with someone's action economy and they have no way to get back into the game outside of moving, using a move action, they probably can't get an attack after that. That is huge. That is huge. So that is really good. It's only a 2 power cost. It's cheap. He gains 1 power. He's gonna gain what? 2. You can do this turn 1, honestly, and put, you can do gain 2 power, position yourself, move, and put yourself in a better position than you were. Start the game in a really good position, really good spot. I'm a fan of that. I like that a lot. Really good. Really, really good. So he's not going to be too affected by throws and pushes or nothing like that because he has a way to get back into the game. That is good. Yes, you're hitting on this character a lot. All right, so let's get to disruption field. When this character or another allied character is targeted by an enemy tech and the enemy is within 3 of this character, may use a superpower. This character may reroll up to 2 of the attacker's dice. Again, like the theme of this character, anti-attrition. I can already see it. It's anti-attrition. You got the shot going. You got a way to disrupt your opponent's attack dice. Okay, so you got 2 things going for this character that screams out anti-attrition for me, and that is really good. That is really, 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 really good. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. He's amazing. And Carbonadium Matrix Alloy reduces to minimum 1. So he's tanky, right? He's already blocking an attack. You just got to roll average dice from there, and you're fine. So this character is going to be hard to kill. He's going to be hard to displace. And he has a way to affect enemy dice. And he has a way to reduce enemy dice. This character is going to be, he's a really good 4th threat. Okay? He is a really, 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 really good 4th threat. I love this character a lot. Okay? Now, on his injured side, he does not change. He about the same. Everything is good. Positives, honestly, his beam attack is amazing. His superpowers are really good. I don't care that he doesn't have a throw. Honestly, I really don't care. I love the propulsion thrusters. That's enough for me. And the fact that he has a disruption field is enough for me. Am I bummed that he doesn't have any control? No. Here's the thing. If you have a character that doesn't have any control, at least have them do something else in the game that can affect the game, right? That can do something valuable in this game. That's always been my opinion of this, of characters that, don't have control or anything. At least have them do something else. And he is doing something else to help you out, to mess with your opponent's game plan a little bit, especially if they're really going attrition, okay? So the only negative for me, like I just mentioned it, he doesn't have control. That's it. I mean, everything else, I love this character. Again, I'm not too the whole, if you're holding a secure, you don't get pushed. Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's going to come up a few times in a game. It comes down to a 50-50 roll. Whatever. What I like most about this character about this leadership is removing a special condition. I mean, if this doesn't scream, if that's not what you're focusing on the most here, I don't know what to tell you. All right, so let's go to the questions here. The faction also has 2 other characters in story, Kiernaborg and Perun, who were demigods. Oh, a la Thor. I didn't know that. That's cool. I would love Bulky, but Omega Red. Handing out poison makes shock even better. They have to choose what sword they die on. Okay, let me read this again. I would love Bulky. Oh, I said Bucky. Okay, but Omega Red handing out poison makes shock even better. Can I ask Beef Dragon? So let me ask you this question. The reason why you're saying that poison makes shock better, is it because of the fact that poison is -1 power gain, and then with the shock, the opponent is going to have a hard time gaining power because of the -1 die? Is that what you mean by that? Is that what you mean by that? I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. I think that's what you're saying. No, that's if that's what you're saying, I agree with it. Sword, why? I need to hear your. I hate sword in general. Like, I relatively hate that card with a passion. So I don't even feel like that card should be in the game. But help me out. Why do they help on sword? Is it because of the Is it because of the... Hold on. Let me just go to MCPDB for a second. Let me read Sword again. I hate that tactic, by the way. I hate that crisis. I choose not to remember what it does because I think it's just awful. Let me just take a look at it for a second. Hold on. Now my dogs want to cry every minute now. This is great. Great timing. They're quiet all day, and now they want to bark. Now they want to bark like crazy. What the hell does this card do again? One more character. Push. Oh, because they can deny the push. Is that what you're saying? Oh, like, because you have to roll a die and it's a 50-50 for you not to get pushed? Yeah. So I think, yes. Yes, okay. Yeah, they would. Yes, because then from there what happens is if you lose sword, you get pushed, roll a die. If you get hit, if you get a 50-50, you don't get pushed. That's good. That's brilliant, actually. So I think for this team, I think you're gonna take. These are my secures for this team. I'm just gonna tell you right now for Winterguard. And now my phone's going off. All right. So I'm gonna hurry up and get this going. So I think the secures, or you're gonna do sword, gamma wave. I think gamma wave. No, wait a minute. No. Hold on. Let me think this through. I think gamma wave. I think gamma wave would be good, actually. Because the thing about gamma wave is, especially if you're going against Wakanda or like, other teams, you can deny the push, you can deny the push, and then stay on the point and contest it. The thing is, right now he doesn't have control. Like, this character doesn't have control. It's going to come down to the rest of the Winter Guard characters that you take. And hopefully they have control, and then you have another character that can control. I think on Gamma Wave they'll be fun because they can't get pushed. You'd have to throw them off of points, right? You'd have to throw them off points. So I think Gamma Wave, and I think the third one, I don't know about Demons because Demons is low scoring, and Incinerate is never really good for you. The only time I like to score, I'm going to be honest with you, the only time I like to score Demons is if I have a point lead with extracts and it's time to score Demons. I don't like being on Demons in general. So I don't know if they want to be on a Demon portal and gain Incinerate and then get blasted from there. So I think in the third slot, I think you might want to choose a pay to flip. I don't know which one would work out for you, which one you would like. It would have to be either bombs. Well, you already have a pay to flip with sword. I don't know. Actually, I really don't know. Scoundrels is a good one. Scoundrels is good. Demons, I disagree. I'm sorry, Wally. I disagree with Demons. Madmen's another one, too. Madmen is another one. That is true. Mutant Madmen, you can do that, too, especially with the high defense dice here, with the physical defense. Demons, I disagree. 4 physical defense, and the bear has 4. Yeah, exactly. Maybe Mutant Madmen is your other secure there. I'll just tell you right now, Demons, I don't think it'll be good for Winterguard. If you don't want to get pushed off a Demon portal, I don't know. I mean, Incinerate's not good for you, especially with teams that can hit hard. But it's totally. Terrigen? No. Maybe. Wait, you know what? Maybe. But the thing with Terrigen is they're so spread out, man. Like, Crimson Dynamo might have maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Like, maybe Terrigen. But I think I like Scoundrels. Let's see. Okay, let's go with this. So far, going off of this, I like Sword Base because you can deny the push so you don't get pushed if you lose Sword. Scoundrels, you want to maintain and have cover. So you don't want to get pushed. You're going to get thrown. You don't want to get pushed. So you want to maintain those points. I like Scoundrels. And with right now, he's a 4 threat model. If the rest of the Winter Guard is between 3 and 4 threat, you're going to have You could go wide. Okay? So that's why I like Scoundrels there for Winterguard. The third one, I think you have to debate between Mutant Madmen and whatever you want to do. I don't like demons. I'll just be honest. I don't like demons. I don't know if anybody agrees with me with that. Oh, you do just get rid of Incinerate, but if you're giving up priority, maybe. I mean, you can, man, but I'll tell you right now, I don't want to like. I have to see the damage output of other characters, and if they're heavy damage on attrition, that's my issue. You could just get rid of Incinerate. True. I mean, you could play any of those other secure. You know what, man? Shit. You could play Mayor Fisk. You play Terrigen. Remove those conditions. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But maybe you can do any of those. I mean, yeah, you can remove the special condition. I mean, it's debatable. I think you have a lot of options for secures. But to me, does it feel like I think this team is a stronger secure team than they are extracts because of how the leadership works, right? They're good. Hey, you just remove Incinerate. You have to have priority, but by then, see, here's the thing. By then, you got Incinerate. Like, are any of those models that you care about gonna have the time to remove Incinerate before they die? What up, Richmond? He's in the building. What's up, Richmond? Hey, man. Top tier 4th threat with a great leadership. Rich mid with the hot takes. Top tier. I'll say this. I'm not gonna put him in a tier list right now. Let's just put it like this. To me, the top tier 4 threats in this game is Voodoo and everybody else. Anyway, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, but I'm not. I'll say this. Like, I think Vision is better than he is. I think Vision is better. I think Dr. Voodoo is better. I think those two for sure. Like, to me, those two scream like some of the best 4 threats in the game. I mean, Voodoo's the best 4 threat. Just because possession is broken. To put him top tier, I don't know. I won't say that yet. I think he's in contention. I think he will contend for it. So I think he'll be like on the cusp, right? So I think this character is like, if there is a top 10 for, like, he's in there, man. He's in the mix. I won't say he's top tier 4th threat. No, I won't. Like, he's got some cool shit. What separates him from those other two is those other two models have control. This model doesn't have any control, right? So this model has no control at all. And that doesn't hurt him, but that's what separates those characters with this one. And Vision has sap. So Vision's power generation is bonkers. That's what separates. And then Voodoo is just Voodoo. He has sap. Do I need to say anything more? Could he be top 5? Top 10? Sure. Top tier? Nah, I don't buy it. But very good. His leadership is, absolutely. Like, his control is really good. And we're going through all the secures right now. And, talking about where he can excel and where he can play well and all that stuff. So, I mean, this leadership can play in a lot of places right now. Like, demons, I mean, the only reason why I say no on demons is because that Incinerate can be tricky. And it's going to be totally dependent on your attrition. Like, and if you have prio. Because I'll tell you right now, like, there's no field dressing, guys. We got to get out of that realm. There's no field dressing in this game. Okay? There's no field dressing. There's no way to revive a character back from getting their ass whooped. Okay? Once the character gets his ass whooped, they're not playing the game. So Incinerate is huge. So if you can maintain priority and you can clear the Incinerate, then I think they're good on demons. If you're not, be prepared to start losing some models that have better attrition than you do. And good luck from there. But they can do some shit there. They can do some shit on a lot of secures. That just the fact that they can remove a condition, the fact that they can remove stun from Mayor Fisk, they can remove poison from Terrigen. I mean, oh my god, like amazing. No one's underrating it. Who's underrating it? I'm not underrating it. I think this is amazing. I think it's a really good leadership. I'm not underrating it. Does it sound like I'm underrating it? I don't know. Yeah, he's not S tier. He's very good. His leadership is, really good. Rich, let me ask you this question. Do you think they're going to get a second leadership with the releases? Do you think they're going to get a second one? I think this is it. But with the other guy who's Captain America, do you think he'll add a leadership too? Is that possible? Yeah, it's an amazing leadership. Who's underrating it, by the way? I'm not underrating it. I'm talking like pretty good about it. It's something that just it's something different, you know. The other thing is too, like I got to keep in mind that I always think that the other thing is too about sword base is I always think it's an advance. I hate that fucking lead. I hate that secure, by the way. I don't know why anybody plays that. Why do people play sword base? No, you know what sucks? You know what sucks for me as a player right now? Because this jerk just came out, more people are going to play sword, right? More people are going to play sword more than ever, and I'm going to be miserable. No one cares about my health, do they? Rich, no one cares about my health or well-being. My blood pressure is going to skyrocket now because this team is not going to be able to get pushed. You know what I mean? Like, no one. I don't think AMG cares about my personal well-being. Do you agree with this? Like, I'm gonna be a stressful, blood pressure going high player every time I play sword, and I'm gonna win sword, and then I'm gonna think I'm gonna push somebody, and then this leadership's gonna kick off, and now I'm not gonna get pushed anymore. Man. Oh, I'm gonna see sword more than ever, and it's gonna make me sad. Jeez, we're gonna play in a sword world, guys. It's not fun either. It's not an enjoyable experience. Yeah, sword base. Just go roll and choke out someone. Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna have to, man. Like, I feel bad for my jiu-jitsu practice partners. I'm gonna play MCP one day, and then I'm gonna be upset that someone plays sword with Crimson Dynamo, and then I'm gonna be like, just pick a guy who's not contesting. Oh yeah, no shit. Very true. But we're still going to see a lot of sword, Vince. You think the winter guard's not going to take? You think the winter guard's not going to take? See, here's the thing. Here's what you're not understanding. Here. Check me. Peep me out. Listen. What's the problem with? Okay, let's get into sword. You want to win sword as fast as possible, right? You're the winter guard. Do you care about winning sword turn 1? Let me ask you this question. If you're playing winter guard, do you care about winning sword turn 1? I think something's going to go off here in a second. So let me ask this question. I'll let you answer, Vince, and then we'll get into a discussion here in a second. And then I got to get going in a bit. My phone's going off, my dogs are going crazy, but yeah, I want to. So tell me, if you're playing winter guard, do you care about winning sword right away? Really? Really? Think about it. You just said it. I'll tell you why they don't care about winning sword right away. All you care about is contesting sword. All you got to do is have models, all your models, on a sword base. They choose one. It's a 50-50 now for you to not get pushed. That's why you don't care about sword. When losing sword right away. I'm not saying that's the ideal strategy. I'm saying you as a Wonder Guard player, all you care about is having bodies on the sword base. Because the more bodies you have, the more chances you have. If you lose sword, the more chances you have of not getting pushed. Not getting pushed by sword is amazing. Because that is the biggest downside of that secure. It's not the point. The points are whatever. The points, yeah, they can cascade. It's the push along with the scoring. Because that push can, like, take a character out of play or, put a character in a position to get mollywopped by another character who just has a fuck ton of dice. If you can deny that push and you can start playing the game and start contesting, you can start winning sword, and then you're going to get the push. And then as long as you keep contesting, and if you lose it, you're not going to get pushed. You see what I'm saying? Oh, it's 3 out of 8. Well, then fuck. This just got... Okay, then you know what? You do care about winning sword. I'm sorry. I thought it was 4 out of 8, guys. Isn't there 2 blocks on a die? God damn. I got to look at a die again. The rest could be attrition-based. The characters, we don't know tactics cards yet. That too. Yes, the rest could be attrition. We don't know about the tactics card yet. Absolutely. But do you see my point? So like now it's 3 out of 8, so you're probably gonna get pushed. That it is what it is. But you at least have an opportunity with this team to deny it. I'm not saying you sandbag and don't win sword. What I'm saying is if you lose sword, you don't feel as bad with this team. You get what I'm saying? So like you're not as demoralized. If you deny that push on a die roll, holy shit. Like that's really good. 2 blanks, 2 hits, I think. So there's 2 hits. Okay, so then yeah, so it's a 3 out of 8. God, that is well, I thought there was damn it. Just when I thought I had sword beat, it beats me again. Just beats me again. You need a crit wild block. Damn, why couldn't it be hit? Why couldn't it be a 50-50? They should have just done hit wild. They should have just done hit wild block. Damn it. It should be a 50-50, by the way. It should be a 50-50. Sword is 50-50. So why isn't this 50-50? Fuck. One of everything else. Yeah, that's... okay. So, Vince, forget what I just said. Okay? I thought I had something. Web lines are sad to these guys. That's for... Yes, web lining is sad. I think they do well against... probably do well against a couple of the web warrior characters. I still think this is good. Like, this is so good. This is really good. This is just amazing. I like everything I see from this character. I can take him out of affiliation too. I have some ideas with some other teams, I think. I think maybe CS will like this character. Maybe. If you can start handing off shock to characters and like stopping their attrition and you're constantly scoring the secures, I think that's really good for CS under Kingpin. I like him under Shadowland Daredevil because if you can just keep re-rolling die on a beam and you can just constantly get shocks. Not that you will. It's you got to re-roll your dice, but you get another shot at it, for the re-roll and everything. I think that'd be really good there too. Of course, Steve. I mean, do I need to say more? He's good, man. Okay, so one of everything else. Look at how good Indomitable is, right? It's 50% of that, 70% of the time. B-level characters so far. B-level characters? What do you mean? Yeah, we don't. Yeah, 50% of 70% of the time. Yeah. Let's see what happens. I'm really I can't wait to see the rest of the characters. I'm just sad we didn't get. Yeah, he's tanky as shit, man. He's really tanky. He has a way to get back into the game. He can't be controlled much. What's not to like about this? The only thing that I don't like about this character, no control, but again, like I said, I don't care if you don't have control, if you have other things that are usell to me and that can help me in the game. That's what That's what's important, right? You don't need control if the rest of your shit is good. You get what I'm saying? That's just how it goes, in my opinion. At least you have a way. At least you can stop the push from sword base. Oh god, it's worse. But it doesn't have two key things. No enemy displacement. No good way to turn power into damage. What? No way to turn power into damage. I guess. You're not really too concerned about dazing characters with this model, though. You're not concerned. Well, we don't know if the bear is size 4. We don't know if the bear is size 4. What's with the hatred of sword? It's a low threat secure. It's a low threat secure. It's a 50-50 die roll. If once you start losing it, it gets worse. You just win the game after a couple of turns. Literally, after a couple of turns, you win the game. The advance, the push that happens is huge. You can push out a character that isn't contesting anything further out of the game. You can push a character. You can fuck up someone's positioning with a character is what I'm getting at. Just for 50-50. I'm not a fan of that. And it's 3 points. It's not to me. It's not a good experience. I don't like 14 threat games. I'm not a fan of them. I think they're weird. I think it's a weird number. Honestly, personally, I like the fact that it's in the game because it adds diversity to threat level. Whatever. But I'm not a fan of playing a low threat. I just don't think the game is. At least for me, it's not fun, right? But I play Degenerate Brotherhood, so, that I'm speaking from a bias, right? Like I just don't like that. But the sword just feels terrible once you start losing it. It doesn't feel good. And on top of that, when you play against somebody who doesn't know anything about sword base and they're just playing sword base and you just dominate them, it's not a good experience. It's just not. I think the push is a little too egregious, in my opinion. I wish the punishment was something else for losing sword, but I think that push is just egregious. It's not broken or anything. Don't get me wrong. That's not the reason why I don't like it. I'm not saying that it's broken. No. I'm just saying that it feels gimmicky. It feels like just roll a die and you win. It's like a coin flip. I don't like coin flips. Yeah, but I don't play you got to remember, I don't play. Yes, I agree with that. They can play well at 14. I have a 14 threat team with Brotherhood now. With Magneto's leadership. I'm sorry, not Magneto. Oh my god, with Mystique's leadership, I think they have a solid 14. I just don't like playing it 14 because I like playing Magneto. I like playing Magneto. You get what I'm saying? Like, my love affair for Magneto is it's through the roof. I'm Magneto for life. You know what I mean? I'm Magneto-led Brotherhood for life. All right? I do have a team with Mystique that I could play at 14. I just like playing Magneto, man. I want to have fun. I want to throw shit. I want to play the game. You know what I mean? Yeah, but with the twin, I honestly they have a good, especially with Toad. Toad helps out on Sword. Sword is just, ugh. Play Mystic and your life will be better. No, I know. I play Mystique. A Wadi, Shell, Never, Bucky, Bullseye, X-23, Honey Badger at 14. Yeah. That being said, I love Mag. I just love Mags, man. That's all. I can play Mystique. It's not that I can't play Mystique, guys. I got a Mystique. I got a nasty Mystique team. No one's just seen it yet because you're not going to see it until it matters. You're not going to see it till it matters. And then you're going to be like, holy shit, he can play Mystique. I can. That's pretty gross. But that's my hatred for Sword, by the way. Just being honest with you. That's my hatred for Sword. I know I understand the other side of the argument for it. I just It's just, ugh, man. It just feels awful. It feels dirty. You know what I mean? You ever like play a game afterward and you just feel like filth? Like you just feel filthy. Like you just like there's just a whole bunch of dirt on you. You need a shower. Like that's how Sword feels to me, man. It just feels It just feels icky, man. It doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Even when I'm winning Sword, I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna push a character that's not gonna play this game, and you're gonna hate me. And Venom, poor Venom or something is just gonna get pushed out to a corner and then not be able to do anything. And then, God forbid, I push Cable and he's just the max of range 5 of somebody, and he has to burn power to get in and be useless. Like things like that, you know what I mean? Like that's just me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. I'm just being honest, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry. All right, so Brotherhood deal with Shadowland Daredevil here. Okay, how does Brother deal with Shadowland Daredevil? How you deal with Shadowland Daredevil is bring a Mystic Attacker. Bring a Mystic Attacker, and hope to God your opponent isn't spiking like a madman with Shadowland Daredevil. And try to, I don't know. You don't want to be, I don't think you want to be as narrow with them. I don't think you want to play narrow, like tall. I don't think you want to play a tall list into in the Shadowland Daredevil. I could be wrong, but I don't think you want to play a tall list into them. I think you want to go a little bit wide. Just hope and pray to God you don't get diced. If that makes sense. I hope people understand what I'm saying there when they play against Shadowland Daredevil. Hope you don't get diced. Is whatever. And play Mystic Attacker to get rid of Daredevil, basically, is my opinion. I put in Scarlet Witch back into my list now. I have Voodoo in my list now, and I have Hood in my list now. So I have 3 Mystic Attackers in the game, just so I can harass Shadowland Daredevil as much as I can, and have some tanky characters that can reduce damage. That's my other suggestion too. Have characters that can reduce damage, like Juggernaut. This character here, Rogue as well, can reduce damage as well, and she could take away power. And try to get the point lead. Get the point lead. I don't know. I brought Jugs in a Shadowland Daredevil, and I didn't feel too bad about it. Why would I not bring Jugs? I don't get it. I played Jugs. Why not? Why wouldn't you want to bring Jugs? I bring Jugs. It's fine. I think Grievous Wounds is going to be an important card as exceptional healing. Got a shadow buff, and it helps into CS. Is Grievous Wounds back in the game? I thought they got rotated out. I think Grievous Wounds got re-released in another pack, right? Do I have that wrong? Do I have that right? Do I have that wrong? Grievous Wounds is not rotated out, right? I thought Grievous Wounds got rotated out. I don't know. I'll tell you this. I played a game with the new list the other day in IRL. Man, the game is definitely different. I have to play totally different style now that field dressing is gone. I feel like me playing with like attrition, I need to be careful with how I put characters in certain positions and not to get them destroyed. I don't have that backup card in field dressing to bring a character back after they got fucked up. As a 5-point, Jugs can consistently daze any of the others. Again. Why are you using Jugs to daze characters? Jugs to me is a character in that matchup. I don't care if he dazes a character or not. That's not my goal with Jugs. My goal with Jugs into that matchup specifically is to tank damage and have an extract that they want to take off of him. What that's going to then end up doing is possibly giving me the power to then make his life a little bit more miserable, do an attack, and then move away, and then keep the attention on him, and then Asteroid M off of Juggernaut, and then one of my other characters can go to town. Especially since Blind Obsession's not around anymore, I'm not concerned about having extra dice poured into me into Juggernaut. Juggernaut's not my killing. Juggernaut has never been the character that I play him, and I'm hoping to daze, and I'm not depending on him reliably to do that. All I want him to do is be an annoyance on the fucking table. On top of that, Shadowland Daredevil has some. Bucky's physical, okay? Bucky's a physical attacker. So is Shadowland Daredevil on his healthy side. Who else is physical that you're taking? Hood is Mystic. If he attacks Juggernaut, do I care? No. Who's another one? You get my point? Like, I don't care. It's totally no. You need characters that can absorb damage. They're going to unload a lot of fucking dice into you. You need someone who's going to tank damage. And the only reason why I bring this up about Juggernaut is I think people have the wrong, they're not playing him the way I think that he should be played. He should be played as a character that hopes to do a couple points of damage, gets a push, and gets the fuck out and be annoying. If he dazes a character, that's a plus. Like, you want him to have extracts, and you want him to be as annoying as possible and absorbing as many shots as possible. I played Juggernaut into Shadowland Daredevil. I think he did fine. I don't think he's the greatest answer, but I think you need someone who can tank damage and reduce and make it harder to kill a character. That's never been my mindset with Juggernaut. I don't care if he dazes a model. That's like a plus. I really never cared about him dazing a character. I'm not depending on him to do it. Other characters that I'm depending on to do that is like Magneto. Magneto is kind of tough playing into that shit because he's got a physical attack and it's hard to kill Daredevil and shit. So whatever. And you got to keep in mind that Blind Obsession is gone. So keep that in mind. So X-23, Shadowland Daredevil, Hood, Mysterio can all reasonably survive Jugs. Jugs will die to all the attacks quite fast. Maybe. On his healthy side? Mysterio? Mysterio ain't surviving Jugs. In what world? In what world is Mysterio surviving Jugs? Vince, remove Mysterio from your post. Peanut butter is better. Explain to me Mysterio. I have fucking waxed Mysterios with Jugs. Everything else I agree with you on. I can kill X-23. Yeah, she has the one reroll on defense. That's any character in the game. Any character in the game can die to a lot of attacks. Jugs can at least, with magnetic refraction, can survive. Like if I have magnetic refraction popped and you're pouring shots into Juggernaut, I'm -2 damage. How does Mysterio survive Juggernaut? Tell me. I'm intrigued. Juggernaut moves, gains 2 power, spends 2. Mysterio rolls 1 defense die. I'm rolling 8 into 1. You're telling me tricks and traps? All right. I'll push myself into them. But at that point, I'll have a lot of fucking dice. I'll have a lot of power. Yeah, but listen, look at the way I'm playing. Listen to my thought process though. I said magnetic refraction and then he pays -1 for damage. I'm not saying he's the greatest answer, but he's something. So let me ask this question. Do you think Juggernaut's only going to have 3 power? He's a tank. He's a tank. If he ain't a tank, I don't know what a tank is. How much power? Let me ask you this question. How much power do I need? I need 5 power. How about this one? I need 5 power to get rid of Mysterio. Possibly. Do you think that's not doable for Juggernaut? The only No, he's not going to tank the whole goddamn team. Guys. If you roll a lot of dice into any character in this fucking game, they're going to die. The question is what character do you want them to roll dice into? What character do you want them to throw dice at Juggernaut, or do you not want them to throw dice at Juggernaut? I've never been afraid of dice going into Juggernaut. Never. With no thought how to mitigate their damage. Exactly. I meant like first round, in Mysterio's case, he melts due to a lot of things round 2. Exactly. So why is Mysterio listed? I don't care about round 1. I'm not caring about Mysterio round 1. What is Mysterio gonna do on his small move, small base? I'm not gonna. Let me put it to you like this. I'm not gonna chase Mysterio round 1 with Juggernaut. I'm just saying you should scratch Mysterio from your list. The rest of the list you had there was pretty good. Just scratch Mysterio. You had me at Mysterio. Like Juggernaut will fuck that dude's world up. And I will show it to you. If you think Mysterio is fine against Juggernaut, I have a whole different perspective, brother. I will show you where that model just fucking ruins that character. Just eject him after you get a token and take some damage. Exactly. Who's walking into jugs like that? I agree. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, I gotta go actually. Anyways, guys, nice discussion here, guys. Man, this was fun. Hold on a minute. My plan with Shell and Everville has been to put up my tanky characters on the secures, forcing my opponent to come contest as well. Then Winter Soldier, etc. Shred the ones that contest. Mysterio can be tank round 1. Stealth helps too. It's not against Jugs. Of course it's not going to help against Jugs. Jugs doesn't care. You know what Jugs does? He pushes himself. He pushes himself until he kills you. All right, guys. Anyways, I got to get going, man. I'm sorry, guys. We got off topic there with Crimson Dynamo. I love Crimson Dynamo. He's awesome. I think he's going to be really great. I can't wait to get this team out there in August. Everything is phenomenal. Do me a favor, guys. Comment down below. Like whatever I did here, whatever. You know the whole thing, man. Subscribe to the channel. I will make some more MCB content. What do you guys think about this format going forward? I think I'm just going to live stream whenever the panel to plays happen. That way I can interact with you guys and have a good time like I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love this, by the way. Vince, man, thanks for talking to me. IRS Smart Little Rock. James, Wally, Jess Montgomery, whoever I think, Rich Mid, thank you for joining the stream.
All you guys, thank you for joining. I love this. This was fun. I love doing the live streams and all that stuff. I think this is cool. I think this is a great format. That way we can get into some conversations and like talk about some shit. I think this is cool. If you guys like this, tell me straight up. Like, comment down below. I will keep doing this and we'll just whatever. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get going, guys. I'm gonna get yelled at by my girlfriend. My dogs are gonna bark at me the minute I walk out of here. I gotta go and finish some other stuff, guys. Have a wonderful, blessed day, guys. I'll catch you on the next live stream. Let's hope we get Ursa this week. Ursa. I want to know about the bear. Let's go. All right, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.